Welcome back. Adani Group Chairman Gautam Adani has spoken on the SEBI clean chit. Let's quickly play out that soundbite.
Dear Adanians, let me begin by thanking and congratulating each one of you. Today, a cloud that had hung over us for more than 2 years has been lifted. SEBI comprehensive investigations has concluded by rejecting all allegations contained in the Hindenburg report from January 2023. It was your unwavering faith, your strength, and your belief in the company that sustained us throughout this period. This outcome belongs not only to the Adani Group, but also individually to each of you who stood by us, and for that support, I am deeply thankful. This attack was never just a market event. It was a targeted, multidimensional assault and a global spectacle that tested our reputation, our resilience, and India's own confidence in our entrepreneurs. Though Hindenburg itself, under mysterious circumstances, closed its door last year, doubt had continued to linger. But you, my people, stood firm with me. I know the quiet anxieties your families felt, the doubts even you may have felt at times, and yet, day after day, you showed up. You stood for my beliefs. While the world debated about us, our ports expanded. Transmission lines stretched farther. Power plants ran reliably. Renewable projects continue to green the world. Airports advanced. Cement furnaces fired away. And logistic teams delivered flawlessly. You proved that executions under pressure is the truest test of character, and that the Adani character is simply unbreakable. My dear colleagues, every crisis teaches us a lesson. And as a first generation entrepreneur, I know This will certainly not be our last Agni Pariksha. But as we step through the flames of trial, our foundations deepen and our resolve becomes even more unbreakable. Growth comes with its challengers, and I have no doubt that greater tastes lie ahead. But the fire that burns in us today will temper the strength we will lean on tomorrow. And that is precisely how this company has been built. Agni Pariksha by Agni Pariksha.
Meanwhile, in a relief for Air India crash victims, the Supreme Court has called the preliminary report irresponsible. The apex court described the pilot error narrative unfortunate. The court has also sought a response from the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, which in July had published a preliminary report on what had led to the tragedy that claimed 265 lives. The report mentioned a conversation between Captain Sumit Sabharwal and First Officer Clive Kunder and led to foreign media peddling the pilot error narrative. The findings have been heavily criticized by families of the victims too. Ayub Sheikh, relative of the accident victim Javed Ali, is joining us on the broadcast. Ayub Sheikh, what do you make of this latest development, what the Supreme Court has said on the preliminary report? Ayub Sheikh, can you hear me?
Can I speak Hindi?
Please go ahead. जी बोलिए.
जी सर.
Report पर आप क्या कहेंगे? What will you say on this report, which the Supreme Court also today has called very unfortunate?
सर, ये रिपोर्ट के लिए मैं लास्ट टाइम जब मेरा ये एक्सीडेंट हुआ था, उसी एक्सीडेंट के पहले ही मैंने उसको एक्सीडेंट के बाद में मैंने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया था एक न्यूज चैनल पे, जिसमें मैंने ऑलरेडी पहले ही बता दिया था कि ये लोग किसी ना किसी के ऊपर डाल देंगे और अपनी जिम्मेदारी से हट जाएंगे गवर्नमेंट. लेकिन वही हुआ. लास्ट टाइम उन्होंने पायलट के ऊपर डाल दिया था और आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जो जजमेंट आया है, समझे क्या, वो मुझे पूरा पता नहीं है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अभी जजमेंट क्या दिया है, वो हिसाब से मुझे भी पता नहीं है, अभी चेक भी नहीं किया सर.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि ये जो रिपोर्ट है ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है. ये जो फाइंडिंग्स इस रिपोर्ट के बेसिस पर लगाए जा रहे हैं पायलट एरर के ऊपर और पायलट फॉल्ट के ऊपर, ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है.
100% सर, यही चीज मैंने ना एक न्यूज चैनल पर दिया हूँ, उसका शायद लिंक आपको दे देता हूँ. मैंने उसी टाइम बताया था कि ये लोग आने वाले वक्त में ये अपने ऊपर गवर्नमेंट लेगी नहीं और ना लेते हुए ये किसी ना किसी के ऊपर डाल देगी, और वही हुआ है. ये लोगों ने इसको पायलट के ऊपर डाल दिया था स्टार्टिंग में, फिर बाद में फिल्म मिस्टेक बता दिया था इन लोगों ने. यानी कहीं ना कहीं जाके गवर्नमेंट के फेलियर है ये, जिसकी वजह से आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट को ये ऑर्डर देना पड़ रहा है कि आप इसमें फेलियर हो बोलते.
आयुब शेख, आपकी अब मांग क्या होगी?
सर, इसकी जांच है ना, ये यहाँ से होने वाली नहीं सर, क्योंकि 100% कहीं ना कहीं इंडियन गवर्नमेंट उस चीज को दबाना चाहती है, क्योंकि उसमें जितने लोग जो मारे गए थे सर, ये कहीं ना कहीं उनके वो है, ठीक है भाई, जांच अच्छे स्तर पे हो, लेकिन वो चाहते ही नहीं, गवर्नमेंट नहीं चाहती कि इसकी जांच हो, क्योंकि जांच अगर होती है तो बोइंग के ऊपर केस बनता है, बोइंग के एयर इंडिया के ऊपर केस बनता है इसके ऊपर, और जितने इसमें अधिकारी है, जितने
नहीं, पर भारत सरकार का क्या लेना देना बोइंग और एयर इंडिया से?
सर, बोइंग जब आपको ये पता था बोइंग प्लेन खराब है और दिल्ली से जब अहमदाबाद आया था, उसी टाइम इन लोगों ने, वहां के जो पैसेंजर थे, उन्होंने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया था सर कि बोइंग के अंदर प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है, आप इसको ये मत करो बोल के. और बोइंग का भी लफड़ा था सर उसके अंदर. गवर्नमेंट को इसकी जांच करना चाहिए था. ऑलरेडी ये इतना पुराना प्लेन था, जो लंदन जा रहा था 10-12 घंटे की इसमें रनिंग है, और उतनी बड़ी रनिंग को करने के लिए और अचानक दोनों दोनों इंजन बंद होना, ये कहीं ना कहीं एक शक की नजर जाता है सर, दोनों इंजन कैसे बंद हो सकता है। और उसी ट्रिप में एक और ये किया था कि वो जो विक्टिम जो एक बचा हुआ था, जिसके जो निकला हुआ था, वो कहाँ से निकला उसकी भी जांच करना चाहिए। लेकिन वो चीज को हम लोगों को सब डिलाई किया, हमारी कोई सुनवाई नहीं हुई वहां पे। हमने फिर वहां से बॉडी लेके बॉम्बे आ गए थे सर। कहीं गवर्नमेंट को इसके ऊपर एक्शन लेना चाहिए था, गवर्नमेंट ने कहीं एक्शन नहीं लिया।
ठीक है,
और उसी का फेलियर है जो आज ये हमको ये भुगतान पड़ रहा है।
ठीक। आयुब शेख, शुक्रिया हमारे संग जुड़ने के लिए। स्क्वाड्रन लीडर दीप्ति काला, former Indian Air Force officer, is joining us now live. Squadron leader Kala, what do you make of what the Supreme Court has said today on the preliminary report?
Uday, good evening. I think I'm not surprised at all, because for the past couple of days that we have been discussing this thing, and also when the at the time when the accident had happened, and after that in the July month when the preliminary report had come, and WSJ had slammed or tried to pointed fingers at the pilot. So that time itself we had said that it is very unfortunate, because having been from that kind of background, we understand, and that is what in fact Supreme Court also says. Not only it says that it is very unfortunate, it also understands that not everything can be spoken out, because a lot of nitty-gritties are involved in such cases, and things can go take another round also. However, at the same time, this is what first of all, I'm so thankful to Supreme Court people that they had the courage to slam this report as unfortunate in front of the entire country, because that is what it needs to be done. And at the same time, you just can't say that the reports got leaked, or you can't give any excuse to this, because you are bloody one of the biggest organization which is responsible to assess such kind of incidents and accidents, and then one odd day under some pressure you come out and say that this is what we have heard in the DVR. This is absolutely pathetic, wrong, and unprofessional, if I say so, for these kind of organizations. So I 100% agree with Supreme Court, and also at the same time I understand, being from this background, that not everything can be come out in the market. However, there's another thing that we need to, or we as Indians can hope for, is, Uday, that this is something which could be, if the investigations in depth are happening and something comes out of for the entire Boeing fleet, then that at least should be taken care of, because the planes are flying, and people are still onboarding the planes. So for the safety of human lives, if in case today in this 21st century, what I have seen is that there's no value of human life, right? So if that kind of, if you feel that human life is important, kindly take a note that, such either the fleet should have been put down, or at least the report should, if not coming out in public, should take adequate
Okay.
action
Group
on the
Captain
place.
Devnath, former Indian Air Force officer, also with us now. Group Captain UK Devnath, what do you make of the Supreme Court's observations today, sir?
Definitely, Uday, Supreme Court has tried to give right direction to the inquiry being carried out by AAIB, Aircraft Accident Investigation Board, under the leadership of DGCA. Supreme Court has also commented that out of the 5 investigators, committee members, 3 are from DGCA. So probably there is a disbalanced, heavy bias towards making a report which will favor Civil Aviation Ministry or DGCA. Now, normally what happens that in all aircraft accidents, you have to have as diverse as members in the aircraft safety inspection board. Normally, it will be very proper to have one member from Boeing. Government of India, due to various reasons, has not included them. It will be good to have one member from Honeywell, because they made this fuel shut-off valve. This fuel shut-off valve is being used by most of the Boeings which are flying around in India. Not only Boeing 787, but other versions of Boeing also. Most important is that more than 34 of these Boeing 787s are flying in India. and more than 1,100 of these Boeing 787s are flying around the world. So there is American National Transport Safety Board member. They are also very keen to join this investigation. I think that will be very fair to assume. So instead of keeping the investigation within India, it should have been there was a golden opportunity to involve all people all around the world, specialists.
Yes, yes, fair enough. Okay, let me draw you back in here, Squadron Leader Kala, on also now what is needed, going forward to ensure that once again faith is restored in this investigation.
As far as the faith on Supreme Court exists, as far as if I speak so as an Indian, then I think the first thing that has come to my mind is that thankfully the Supreme Court is the Supreme Court. They are talking what makes sense, right? And however, the things that Sir has already told, and this is a petition by the advocate himself that 3 people are from the DGCA itself, and that of course is a clash of interest. So that keeps my faith again down in terms of that whether we are ever going to see the right report in front of us, or whether the victims, the families of the victims are ever going to know the truth. Okay. Now again, I will combine this particular thought of mine with the. I'm so sorry for that.
Not an issue. I'll come back to you. Let me also get in at this point Shatrughan Rajpurohit, uncle of Khushbu Rajpurohit, who is also joining us now. In fact, Shatrughan Rajpurohit, what do you make of what the Supreme Court has said in this matter? Shatrughan Rajpurohit, can you hear me, sir? क्या आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं शत्रुघ्न?
हेलो
जी, मेरी आवाज आप तक आ रही है?
हाँ, शत्रुघ्न जी तो नहीं, शत्रुघ्न बोल रहा हूँ सर
जी। ओके, मैं आपके पास लौटूंगा। लगता है शत्रुघ्न जी नहीं जुड़ गए हैं हमारे संग, कोई अन्य शख्स हैं, हम लौटेंगे उनके पास। मगर फिलहाल मैं वापस लौटता हूं ग्रुप कैप्टन देवनाथ के पास। ग्रुप कैप्टन देवनाथ, now as far as of course now the matter is concerned, what is needed to restore faith in the investigation, sir? Group Captain Devnath? Okay. We're taking a very short break. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this discussion.